missed just about all of last year with an Achilles injury and don't know where he's at just yet in the rehab process. But he does have links to both Ryan Poles, where he won a championship with the Kansas City Chiefs and with Ryan Poles in Kansas City, and also a tie to Dennis Allen, where, listen, Kpassagnon was somebody who in Dennis Allen's defense provided a great amount of pressure, wasn't always a sack guy, hasn't had more than 4 sacks in any season, was more of a depth piece, if anything, for the New Orleans Saints, but could come here and provide not only just that depth, but also some moments where if you want to move Dayo Odeyingbo to the inside, you could move Tanoh Kpassagnon a little bit more on that outside edge and vice versa. There's a lot of flexibility with Tanoh Kpassagnon and with Dayo Odeyingbo that I think could be very interesting for the Chicago Bears team. Now, I do want you guys to let me know in the comments below, do you think that this could be somebody the Chicago Bears should bring in? Also, drop a bird down in the chat if you're rocking with how this offseason has gone. Hit that like button if you're rocking with how this offseason has gone. I think Ryan Poles has done a phenomenal job this offseason, and I do think that this could be something that could add to the offseason moves. Now, Tanoh Kpassagnon, like I said, has not had more than 4 sacks in any season in his NFL career, and in his time in New Orleans, he ran off 4 sacks, 2 sacks, 3.5 sacks, and of course, last season, he didn't register a sack, only playing in 3 games. But again, he wasn't somebody who got a ton of starts. He was more of a depth piece that you could add to this defensive end room that could consistently get pressure on the quarterback to create for guys like Cam Jordan, create for guys opposite of him, very similar to what you're trying to do here for Montez Sweat in this Chicago Bears defense. I think that Tanoh Kpassagnon could be somebody that could be very beneficial to the Bears if they were willing to go out there and spend the money. Now, when you look at the tape, I think he's a solid piece to have on your team. I think the PFF grade kind of speaks to what we see when the tape pops up on a guy like Tanoh Kpassagnon. Much better pass rusher. He's not an elite pass rusher. He's a solid pass rusher. Gets good pressure in the backfield, forces quarterbacks to get off of their spot, forces quarterbacks to often step up in the pocket. With the pressure that you have coming from the inside, I think that makes a heck of a lot of sense for the Chicago Bears this season, to add somebody who can provide that pressure from the edge to force guys to step up. Even we talked about this, right? Ryan Poles has talked about this multiple times. When there's waves of defense coming through, when you have those waves of defense, right? So even in those moments where maybe it is Shamar Turner and Javon Dexter in the game instead of Andrew Billings and Grady Jarrett, or vice versa, however they're going to work that out, you still need to bring that pressure off of the edge, and that's where I think Tanoh Kpassagnon does come in. I will say the run defense has been very up and down throughout his career. There's times where he looks elite at it. There are times where he looks a little bit behind the 8 ball. It's probably where he's the most inconsistent with his game, but I do think he's somebody that makes a heck of a lot of sense for the Chicago Bears if you're looking at this newly opened up cap space based on how the Joe Thuney contract went, and you want to add more to that defensive line. I do want to know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the Chicago Bears going out and signing Tanoh Kpassagnon. Do you think this would be a good move for depth on that defensive line? I'm going to talk about another option that could pop up for the Chicago Bears here coming up next, but first we want to tell you about today's sponsor on this episode. Breeze Nation, we're going to take a quick break in the action to let you guys know about today's sponsor on this episode, Factor.